I was good at my job. But I had reservations about my work like I still do to this day. Now remember, fans, we are reading this live together at the same time. I have never read this before. We're doing it together for the very first time, so if I rumble, stumble, mumble, bumble, which I usually do anyway, nobody's perfect, bear with me. One man, unique, unedited, unscripted, raw dog for you, the fans. My over 50 years as a researcher, a historian, a scout, an agent, a producer, a smark, a mark. That's right, I said a mark. And my over 3 decades as a pro wrestling manager, booked over 100 times a year, come out 2 or 3 times a night on my events, which equals the over 200 matches a year, who took the fucking bumps from pillar to post and coast to coast, which most of you out there can't say in this podcast world who are trying to do this, because this isn't a podcast. This is a show, making it relatable from my unique perspective. No better than anyone else, just unique, and that's why you're here. What? Too much? Too soon? I felt myself grow in Mid-South, but in the back of my head I always wondered where my voice might lead me on the national stage. I guess what I'm saying is, now that the guide rails were off, I wondered how good I really was. I was a part of WCW during a year when the legendary Ric Flair versus Ricky Steamboat trilogy put my thoughts of where I was to the test. This was a series of matches so perfect, so ahead of their time, that they're still talked about today as the benchmark when it comes to wrestling trilogies. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. And all the ingredients were from the start. In life, contrast creates friction, and friction creates heat. Same thing in wrestling. Ric Flair was a brash, flashly loudmouth, and Ricky Steamboat was a humble, quiet everyman. Rick was a ladies' man. Ricky was a family man. Rick was fighting for